Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thank you very much for joining me for this week's Friday Sews video, which is where I'll talk about what I have been sewing, what I will be sewing and a little bit of life as well. And also at the end of the video, a teeny weeny knitting and crochet update. So thank you very much Jen from Today and Jen Sewing On for that fabulous hashtag. So how has everybody's week been? The week here in the French Seams household has been good. We took our boys to Dublin City Centre on Saturday, which they love, basically the Disney store and the Lego store. I brought them to the zoo, which was really good fun. The dinosaur, kind of animatronic dinosaur thing that has been going on all summer finished up last weekend. So of course we had to take one more opportunity to go and visit the dinosaurs and say goodbye to them. So that was really good fun. The weather kind of held up. I also got the opportunity to meet up with two fabulous sewing friends. So I got to meet the lovely Anna, Missy Moiselle, which is always lovely. And then I also got the opportunity to go for a very lovely lunch with the lovely Anne-Marie. And she gave me wonderful fabric. So thank you, Anne-Marie. She has messaged me saying, I have this fabric, would you like it? So long-time viewers of my channel will know that in the French Seams household, we are big autumn and Halloween fans, and we're big pumpkin fans. So when she showed me this fabric, of course I had to jump on it. How incredible is this? It's a cotton jersey. It's absolutely beautiful quality. There's about a metre, but it's very wide. And I said, oh, this would just be lovely. So I'm going to make my boys t-shirts or jumpers for this for autumn, for Halloween, whatever you like. They absolutely love it. I brought it home to them. They looked at it and said, yes, please, we'll be having that. I would love if I had enough to make myself something, but we shall see, with some very creative cutting, but it's absolutely beautiful. So Anne-Marie, thank you very much. We had a lovely time, had all the chats, and it was just marvellous. So thank you very much. So that was great fun. What else happened this week? I got a label delivery. So I had mentioned last week that I had ordered Cozy Club handmade labels. She just brought out her autumn ones and she's now teasing her Christmas ones. So it came with a lovely little note, postcard, and it says happiness is handmade, and these three little peas, which is utterly adorable. And she popped in a little label as well, and it's this one that says spread happiness, and it's got little peas in it. It is so cute, and that gingham is gorgeous, so thank you for that, Rachel. The ones I ordered then are these ones. These are kind of pink and they say cup of tea and cozy sock season, and on the back it says hot chocolate weather. So they are very cute. And then the other ones, which drew me in straight away, were sweeter than a pumpkin spice latte. I haven't seen these in Starbucks just yet. Maybe they're on the way, but I will definitely get one when they come out. So I think they're adorable. So I'll be definitely putting them in all my autumn and winter makes for sure. So that was very exciting. Did I do some sewing this week? Why, yes, I did. So I put out a vlog a couple of weeks ago. I can't quite remember. I'll pop a link to it up here. And it was basically things you can sew for traveling and for packing, things like that. I can't remember the catchy name I put on it, but I'll link it up here. And one of the things I mentioned was a shoe bag, which I hadn't made yet, and I got a load of recommendations for it. And the one that was recommended the most was on the website So Can She, and it's a free pattern, and it is called the Lay Flat Shoe Storage Bag. And it comes in a variety of sizes, but it's easy enough to kind of draft for whatever size you want it, because I wanted to make a little bag for older French Seams and his gym shoes and his water bottle, all that kind of stuff. So I made him this, and he is delighted. As a trial, I made, so this was a kind of self-drafted size, but to trial it initially, I made their smallest size, which does give you the dimensions. So I made this one for baby French Seams. It is adorable. So this is the size it comes in. I think it's the smallest size on the website. It's got a lovely zip down the middle. It's got lovely binding on either side. It's got a little hanging loop. And then it's got these lovely kind of, don't even know what you call this. You fold it under inside, so it kind of expands. So it's far bigger than it looks, which is just genius. And it's very easy to make. So if I show you inside, a little zip. Inside we have Timon from The Lion King, and we have two Paw Patrols, which Sky and Marshall, for anybody who's curious. So inside I also bound it, because that's just how I roll, and I didn't want raw seams on the inside. So he really likes it. It's a perfect size for little trinkets. This would be perfect for traveling, anything like that. I think it'd be really good. Then it does come in a larger size, which I think fits women's shoes, which I'm very curious to try out. But then I kind of altered it slightly, so I did it slightly smaller than the medium size, and it fits his perfectly. So you can see I've got the water bottle and it expands to whatever size you want, which is really, really nice. He gets a little Lego hanging loop and Lego binding, which is left over from my Adam Sew's backpacks. He's got a little anchor zip pull, which is from Studio 77. I'm running low on zip pulls. It's a disaster. I need to do another order. But this dinosaur fabric is very, very new, and I only got this last week. And the lovely Christine Sews a Lot, who I had the pleasure of meeting last week, brought this little fat quarter of the dinosaurs for me, and it is perfect for these little crafty makes. So thank you very, very much, Christine. So I would really, really recommend this lay flat shoe bag. I think it's really, really great and a really, really nice construction. Comes together very, very quickly, and there's fabulous instructions. So definitely a win for that. The other bit of sewing I did was a little more complex, and I wanted to make a trial of a bag because I'm going to be making a bag for somebody, but I wanted to trial out this pattern, and I made this. I don't know what my hair is doing, apologies. I made this. So it is a crossbody bag, and it's in this kind of faux leather fabric that I bought recently in Paris. So if I cast your mind back to this bag, which I made very recently with my wonderful friend Orla over on Instagram. This bronzy stuff is the stuff that I got in Paris as well, and I just love it. So I was a little bit more confident in sewing with this after she had given me some pointers. So I had also bought this lovely green one. It came in a roll, and I got it in one of the shops at the base of the Sacre-Cœur out in Montmartre, and I thought this green was just fabulous, so I was kind of keen to trial the bag. So this bag is called the Keeley Bum Bag, and it is by Patty Do Patterns. Her patterns are fabulous. I've made a few hoodies of hers, and she has a few accessories. They're in German, so my school German does not stretch to that, but so over on YouTube she has video tutorials which are just marvelous. They're so good. They're in German, but you can put the dubbing of the auto translate onto them, which is great. Some words are a bit strange, but you get the gist. But they're so clear and very, very easy to follow. So this is the bum bag. So it's a lovely construction. It's got the two little pleats here, which are lovely. I put on a handmade label here. That's a Sarah Hart's one. Then it's got a double zip at the front. So, and then it's got two little D-rings here. On the back, it's got a little welt pocket, which if you open here, this is the fabric that I also got in Paris. So it matched very, very nicely. So this is the welt pocket at the back, but this is where you pull the whole thing through. So the inside of the bag is so neat. Everything is enclosed. It's just the most fantastic technique. It's so good. So that's your little welt pocket at the back. Then yes, it doesn't have any webbing, does it? And I shall tell you why. Because I have beautiful webbing that I want to put on it, which is in here nicely stored, which I also got in Paris. So I want to put this webbing on, but I don't have a lobster clasp for 38mm. So I have just sent away for those. So I've done a little hardware order on a new to me shop. It's called The Little Sewing Tree. It's in Dublin. And I've just put in an order for all kinds of lobster clasps, D-rings, sliders, a few zip pulls, a few zips, things like that. So I'm just waiting for them to arrive. But when the lobster clasp and the slider arrives, I can put on my webbing and bring this out into the wild. The other thing this pattern comes with is a little tiny purse. Isn't this adorable? She does have a tutorial, or as part of the tutorial, she shows you how to put in a little another little swivel clip that you can attach it into the purse, but I just left that off for the time being. But isn't this the cutest thing? And again, this is all fully lined and everything inside. It's just, the construction is just fabulous. Every single notch on this lines up beautifully. It's incredible. So this little purse goes into your little bag. On the inside then it's fully lined, no visible seams, anything. The inside of the construction is just incredible, and it's got two little slip pockets in here as well. So really lovely pattern, and you close over the two little zips at the front, and I think it's fabulous. It's so nice. I love this little flap over zip guard here. I think it gives a really nice finish, so I'll be able to wear it crossbody like this. So I'm very, very happy with it. So these patterns, I think this pattern was, less than €3. Absolutely marvelous. This is the medium size. You can get a small size and a large size, and then I think you can get a bundle. And with this, she does tell you how to make this out of an old pair of jeans, which is really cool. She shows you where to put the fold line and the seams and everything. It's a really, really great upcycling project. So yes, big love for my Keeley bum bag. So that was my little sewing. There was an awful lot of cutting out on that, interfacing all the lining, doing all the faux leather kind of stuff. But when you have an awful lot of cutting out to do, it is very lovely to be surrounded by wonderful sewists. And I was able to cut that out on Friday night at my wonderful friend Sam So Let Sparkle's new social sparkle. So I'll link it down below. Sam now has a fabulous new website where she's going to be hosting, she hosts in-person sewing lessons, but she does online socials as well, which is fabulous. So you can start your week with a sparkle and end your week with a sparkle. So I went to end my week with a sparkle on Friday night. She also does one on Monday morning. So check out the link below and see if you can book into her sessions. They are just fabulous, full of amazing like-minded sewists. Chat, absolutely wonderful. You can bring a cup of tea, you can bring a glass of wine, do whatever you like. And I was able to cut out that project while I was on that social, which was just marvelous. So that was my little bit of sewing this week. I did some cutting out. So you might remember this fabulous fabric, which I spoke with last week, from aforementioned lovely Sam, So Let's Sparkle, and Katherine Sew to Makery, that they very kindly gave me for my birthday earlier in the year. And I cut out my Charlie jacket from So Dressmaking, and I've got it all cut out here. So I'm very, very excited to get going on that. I'll pop up the line drawings of the Charlie jacket because the weather is decidedly autumnal. I'm in a jumper, which I haven't worn for a long time. It doesn't make me happy, but I think the only thing to make me happy is a lovely new jumper. I had to look back to see when I made this jumper. This is a Billy sweatshirt, and I put this on my very, very first vlog as part of my May Makes 2021. Please don't go back and look at that vlog. I took a quick look and I had to switch it off. But this is the jumper that I spoke about making on that vlog, and I really, really love it. It is this beautiful leaf fabric, which always reminds me of autumn. And I put this on today and I said, okay, it's now officially Billy sweatshirt weather, but it's beautiful leaf fabric, which I love, which I got from the lovely Maeve when she had her shop back in the day, which is a marvellous segue into the other wonderful fabric that I got from the lovely Maeve in her D-stash recently, which I spoke about last week. Did you see that wonderful seamless transition? And it was this amazing fabric that I got last week. It's now washed, it's dried, all that good stuff. And it is the most incredible pink sweatshirting that Maeve very kindly gave me. It's marvellous. So pink sweatshirting, about 2 meters, I think, and then a good bit of this lovely pink ribbing. So I put out a shout out last week to say I would like some recommendations for an elevated sweatshirt. Oh, the hive mind did well. You did very, very well. Thank you so much. I got the most incredible responses. Thank you very, very much. Some pattern companies I'd never even heard of, so they were just great. So on my vlog, I always want to, if I learn something new, I want to pass it on to you lovely people. So in the spirit of that, I will run through very, very quickly the recommendations I received, because I think they're perfect for autumn, winter, northern hemisphere, what we're kind of moving into now, that I think people are going to be start working on very soon. So this is the list, as nominated by you, of kind of autumn, winter, elevated sweatshirts. So shall we take a quick look? I'm going to boot up the tablet right next to me. Right, we shall start with the, and I will pop in pictures for all these and I'll link them all down below as well, the Experimental Space Casey sweatshirt. So very elevated, beautiful long cuffs and a lovely crossover neckline with 3 little buttons. I think it's very, very pretty. I do think it comes with pockets, slip pockets at the front as well, which is very, very nice. I have made one Experimental Space pattern. I'd never really heard of them until this year, but I made a beautiful blouse for Sew April blouse from Experimental Space, and I did really, really enjoy it. So that would be a contender for sure. It is quite similar to another sweater that was recommended, and I think it's been renamed. I think it's now called the Aurora sweater. It's by Copper Creek Patterns, who used to be the DIY Club. And again, it's got that beautiful crossover shawl neckline. It's slightly dropped and it's got the lovely cuff and hem detail and the little buttons on the side as well. So I think those are both perfect. I think they would both be lovely in that sweatshirt. I do love the opportunity to put on nice buttons as well. Another recommendation was the Megan Nielsen Jarrah sweatshirt, which I do really love. I've made one of these. I made the tie knot version, but it does come in a number of views. You can do a high-low hem as a crew neck. You can do the tie at the front, and then you can just do the sweater with the hemband and the cuffs and everything. It's a very, very nice pattern. I really do enjoy Megan Nielsen patterns, so that's a definite contender. For all you Big Four fans out there, the first one was the V9330, and that is a beautiful, almost not quite tunic length, but quite long sweatshirt with these very lovely sleeves that kind of taper in. It's almost got the same element as, say, a barrel leg trouser would have, with that dart at the bottom of the sleeve, which is lovely, and a lovely big wide neckband. And you can also do what looks like a boat neck as well, so that's very, very pretty. The next one is Simplicity S9275. So a lovely, again, kind of tunic with beautiful inseam slip-in pockets, which look very, very nice, and a side split. I think that looks really, really pretty as well. A kind of 3/4 lengths or long sleeves or short sleeves, a very, very pretty sweatshirt pattern as well. And the last of the big four is Simplicity S9385. And this looks very, very pretty, almost a balloon bishop sleeve with a very, very long cuff. You can do a turtleneck, a roll neck, or a crew neck as well. I think that would be very, very pretty as well. So wonderful recommendations for the big four. Back to indie companies, and one that was very, very highly recommended was the Maison Fauve Ressac sweatshirt. I made 2 of these last year. Absolutely love it, and that was one when somebody mentioned, I suddenly thought, yes, of course, because I've got a good amount of this ribbing as well, which of course you do need for the contrast panels on the side and everything. So Maison Fauve Ressac is a definite contender. It's very, very nice. I do remember enjoying that an awful lot last year. Next up, and this is a company I had not heard of before, and it's called Green Style Patterns. And this is their Reef sweatshirt, and it looks really, really nice. It's a zip up, a half zip up with kind of kangaroo pockets as well. But I just really liked the styling of this, and there's good opportunities for colour blocking. I think it's got little loads of style lines along the side. You can do different panels, all that good stuff. Even at the back, it's got different style lines. So an awful lot of pattern pieces, but when they come together, it gives a very nice look, which is lovely to do in a plain fabric because you can top stitch to really accentuate the seam lines. You can do it in a full length zip as well. So I think that one, oh, I've just noticed you can do it in a hoodie as well. This one looks great. I do like this one. So I might take a look at that, the Green Style Patterns, and I will take a look at more of their patterns as well because I love finding new to me pattern designers. The next one is an itch to stitch pattern, and it's a kind of a faux crossover cardigan, which is very, very pretty, and the colour of this looks identical to that, so I can see it visually in it straight away. A beautiful faux crossover, a little bit like the pearl cardigan from Tilly the Buttons, but a very, very pretty pattern, and I do like itch to stitch patterns. The next one is from Tiana's Closet, and it is a free pattern, and it's called the River Oversized Sweatshirt, which looks very, very nice. So funnel neck and a dropped sleeve, and yeah, got a very, very nice look actually, and that looked very nice and very cozy. I've not made anything by Tiana's Closet yet. The next one is a fibre mood pattern, and I was very, very taken by this as well. It's got the slip pockets of the Ressac, but it's got the seam lines as well of that Green Style Reef sweatshirt. So it's a kind of a combination, but it looks really, really nice. So it's got the seam lines and it's got the hidden pocket. It's got the seam lines all the way down the sleeve as well. I think that's a very, very pretty pattern. I have made a few fibre mood patterns. A little bit tricky on the instructions. Hopefully that sweatshirt will be okay, but I think that could be a real contender as well, and I'd not seen that sweatshirt before. The next one is another fibre mood, and it is the Soroya, and this is very similar to one that I made earlier in the year, and it's by Petite Stitchery, and it's called the name has completely escaped me. I'll pop it down the bottom. It's completely escaped me. When I was making this, it was a toss-up between this Soroya pattern and the Petite Stitchery one, and I went to the Petite Stitchery one just because I'd made something by them before, but they're quite similar, and this is exactly the kind of the elevated style that I was looking for. This has the beautiful ruched kind of ties down the side, so this is definitely another contender for sure, because I have made 2 of those Petite Stitchery patterns and I do really, really like them, so that's a definite contender for sure. The next one is by Named Patterns, and it is called the Talviki sweater. Again, very, very pretty. Seam lines, little darts on the neckline, kind of a high neck. I think it's very, very pretty. High-low hem with a little split at the side as well. I think that's a very, very pretty sweatshirt, definitely. And then the last one that has been recommended, I might get more recommendations after this video goes live, so I will actually add them to the comments as I get them. The last one is the Styla Taoist pattern, and that's by Little Lizard King. So I have actually made this, but I haven't shared it on the vlog yet, and it's a fabulous pattern. I really, really enjoyed making this. So this again is another huge contender. So I was just blown away with the amount of recommendations. Thank you very, very much. I love getting new to me patterns. I love seeing different styles of patterns, different pattern companies. I just love it. So a massive thank you to everybody who sent me a comment and sent recommendations. Thank you very, very much. And I do hope you enjoyed that little roundup. I'll link them all below, and let me know if you've made any of them, or if you've any more recommendations for that beautiful sweatshirting fabric. So That was a lot of recommendations, wasn't it? I'll just very, very briefly talk about the Sew Phoenix challenge, which is ongoing. We have the vlogger tour is now fully up and running. I'll link it up here. I've got a playlist on my channel. The vlogs have been fabulous so far. Thank you very, very much to everybody who's taken part. We've seen a few entries trickling in, which is just marvellous. Thank you very much. And I do hope you're getting on okay with all your Sew Phoenix makes. Basically, it's an Instagram challenge being hosted by myself and my wonderful friends Sam Sew Let Sparkle and Katherine Sew to Makery, where you remake a make from your sewing past, be it a garment or an accessory or a bag, and breathe new life into it, given the skills and the experience and the knowledge you now have, and you can win fabulous prizes. And what could be better? So I do hope you're enjoying the Sew Phoenix challenge, and we certainly are enjoying seeing everybody's entries and their stories behind their recreation. So thank you very, very much. So for my plans, I'll hopefully be working on my Charlie jacket, and I will be working on my Sew Phoenix make. So we will have a vlog coming out on Monday all about our plans and our progress. So keep an eye on that. It's going to be on my channel this time. So I'll be working on those in the background. But I think I should leave it there for now for the sewing portion. So thank you very, very much to everybody who's been watching. I do hope you have a wonderful week ahead. I'm going to do the teeniest little knitting and crochet update for anybody who would like to stay tuned. But if you would prefer to head off now and go about your busy day, thank you very, very much, and I will see you again soon. Right, knitters and crocheters, how are we doing? Very quick knitting update. As mentioned last week, I picked up my lovely Christmas yarn from This Is Knit, and we'll be starting that not until December. But I will keep mentioning it just in case anybody wants to join my Instagram group. Pop a note to me over on Instagram. I would gladly join you in. Our numbers are growing. I have made quite a bit of progress on my socks. So here are my Scatterby socks, and I've now turned the heel and I've now gone up the leg, and I am loving these. So my very, very lovely friend Cindy, we had a FaceTime on Friday, no, it must have been Saturday night, and she very, very kindly set aside some of her very busy time to walk me through this new to me heel, which was just fabulous. Cindy, thank you so much. We had a wonderful chat. It was just great. So this is a new to me heel, and this is called the Fish Lips Kiss heel, and it is on Ravelry, and it is marvelous. I've made a few heels now, and I think this probably is one of my favorite. I think it looks so nice. There's no counting. It's short rows, there's no counting, there's no gaps, there's no holes, there's no picking up stitches, anything like that. It's a few new stitches that you need to learn, but they're very, very easy. Of course, not everybody has the luxury of having a Cindy at the other end of the phone, but in the instructions, it does go through them very, very well. In the instructions, I think it's a lady, I think she's called Socks Therapist. The pattern is about 16 pages long, but it's basically the history of a heel and how to turn a heel and how to work out where your hinge point is in the heel and everything. The information is fabulous, but she does show you in great detail and with pictures how to do these stitches, which is marvelous. So absolutely delighted with these heels. Cindy, thank you so much. It was great fun having the chats with you while doing this. So I've now turned the two heels because I do two at a time, so it's great to get them both done and out of the way at the same time. And now she does the lady recommends doing stockinette a little bit above the heel to give a good fit. And now I've started my pattern again. So my pattern repeat is now front and back, which is very, very nice. And my beautiful Ethelyn Jones stitch markers, I love them. So the pattern repeat is now front and back, and I'm very, very happy with how these are coming out. So I have a little bit left to go, but I'm definitely, all the hard work is done now, and I'll just keep working up to the rib at the top when I've decided how long I want them. But yeah, delighted. This is beautiful hand dyed yarn again from This Is Knit, so very happy with that. That's been very good on the knitting front. On the crochet front, nothing has been happening, I'm afraid. I'm just counting down. I think I was talking to my sister, and I think we're going to start our crochet jumper. I'll pop a picture of it in here. We're going to start that in October, so that'll give me a little time to finish off my socks. And to remind you, I'll pop in a picture of the pattern we're doing right here, but to give you a reminder of our beautiful yarn, and this is going to be what we're doing it in. So you'll be getting crochet jumper updates, I'm sure, starting very, very soon. But that's about it. So nothing massive on the knitting and crochet, but of course I will keep you updated on all my progress. So, and yes, actually, the Christmas crochet teaser should be out over the next week or so, we think, so I'll be sure to share that with you when that comes out as well. So that is everything for this week's Friday Sews. There was quite a lot of information in that, so thank you very, very much if you stayed to the very end. I hope it wasn't too long a video. I hope you're all well. I hope you had a lovely week, and I hope you do have a lovely week to come. I do hope our weather cheers up a little bit. We've got a busy weekend ahead. Classes are back, parties are back, all that stuff. So it's full on now again this weekend. So I really will leave it there for now. Thank you very, very much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, I would very much love it if you give me a thumbs up, and also please consider subscribing. I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you all again very, very soon in another video. Take care, everyone. Bye.